Ah, there they are. Good old Rob and Ryan. OK, so admittedly, I am someone who has lived in Wrexham for over 20 years who doesn't support the football club. I know, shock horror. However, it has to be said that the feel-good factor created by Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds has been nothing short of incredible, with Wrexham FC being on, well, the lips of basically everyone these days. And yeah, these are arguably not your typical Wrexham fans, but who are these days? When I first arrived, Wrexham was very much in a state of transition. The main reason to visit North Wales' largest town was generally for the weekly open-air market, but they got rid of that, choosing to be as homogenous as anywhere else and arguably losing part of the town's character and tradition heritage in the process. House prices in neighbouring more affluent areas had risen to such an extent that people were choosing the town as a commutable option for its affordability. New estates sprung up to meet the demand, and this of course presented further challenges, pressure on local amenities and services, particularly the Myler Hospital, which, despite its best efforts, struggled, and still struggles, with waiting times all year round. However, on a positive note, this transition created something of a nighttime revolution. Particularly when one of the bigwig companies invested in the first big twin scene nightclub in the town, thus creating a destination venue for many partygoers within a substantial radius. It was not an exaggeration to see revellers being bussed in from miles around, sometimes to the town from up to 2 hours away. This influx again proved challenging, arguably to the maternity department of the Myler as well. Wrexham FC were competing in League One, and everything seemed rosy in the garden, for a while. One could argue there really was a feel-good factor in the town at the time, so the momentum experienced now arguably is nothing new. Then, not long after, the deepest recession since the Second World War came in 2008, and the transition stopped dead in its tracks. A fancy new shopping centre situated where the market once was that had enticed large retail from the high street struggled. Big gaps appeared in the town centre too. In something of an Annus Horribilis, the town's beloved football club were also relegated from the Football League that year into the abyss of non-league football, where they stayed, as we know, in limbo for what seemed an age. But then, something magical happened, which everyone knows about. So, the question that leads to other questions is, can Rob and Ryan make it last? We know there's planning afoot for certainly 5,000 more fans at the racecourse, possibly even 500 more than that too. But it's not just about feeding the 5,000. Hotel space is limited, in the town centre anyway, and there isn't even a direct train to North Wales' newest city from Liverpool. So, if the aspirations of the club are to be realised, and they reach the dizzy heights never experienced before, surely the town, stroke city, can wholly rely on what appears to be two great owners who have a dream. I hope it's achieved, I really do, but I also hope they never beat or outshine my beloved Leeds United. I'm so sorry, Wrexham fans.